Buckle up, this is going to hurt. So, you've seen it before. Someone walks into the gym and for the very first time, they start lifting or training or doing whatever that activity is. And within months, they look like they've been training for years. And in the meanwhile, you're grinding day in and day out for anywhere between 1 to 7 years, and your progress still feels like watching paint dry. It's painful, it's frustrating. But let's break down and peel a few layers of what's actually going on. Are they just genetically blessed that most people like to throw around? Is it just dumb luck or newbie gains that people also throw around? Or are they secretly injecting their post workout shake? So, the truth, it's not just genetics in most cases, but it's also not just training harder or newbie gains. We are covering in this video would be one, the real reason some people just blow up in size while others struggle for the same amount of time. Two, the hidden cheat codes for fast muscle growth, how genetics, mechanics, and volume interact. Number three, how people aren't as gifted as you might think in most cases, they just train smarter from the start. And number four, and most important, which is what you can do to maximize your own growth and have some very good, robust actionables from this video, even if you weren't blessed. And at the very end, I'll cover the one mistake that people make while trying to copy someone else's gains and speed. Let's dive in. First, let's see the growth funnel, which is like the beginner, intermediate, and advanced people kind of a ladder, and how speed gains work for them. Let's get this straight. Some people growing fast isn't a fluke, for sure. It follows a pattern. Think of muscle building or muscle growth like a fuel tank. Beginners start with a full tank. So newbie gains that they get fuel everything they do, regardless of how imperfectly they do it. Sniff the gym and they get big. Come to intermediates, which is maybe most of you. You're running on fumes, firstly. You have to be more efficient with fuel to serial progress and keep optimizing and mainly learning and being exposed to good quality information. Finally, the advanced lifter, they have a finely tuned race car by now, hopefully. They're making the most out of every single drop of fuel. And what this means, the results, the reason you see fast growth mostly in beginners and advanced people, both, is that they have something working massively in their favor. For beginners, the body is adapting fast to new stimulus because full tank fuel. Advanced lifters, they've optimized every single variables for max output, which is basically a race car. They're bound to win or just, make it there with great speeds. Whereas intermediates, they're stuck in the figuring it out phase, which is a good place to be, but a frustrating place to be. So if you're stuck in the middle, you're not doomed. You just need to approach training a bit differently. Now, the second part, the hidden cheat code of fast growth, or cheat codes rather. Let's break down the decision tree. Why someone might be growing at 2 to 3 times the speed of their peers. If someone's growing fast in one area, here's what's actually happening. Is it genetics? And by one area, I mean like glutes, arms, and stuff. Is it genetics? They could be born with better structure right away if you look at them, or very often they could be this tiny or skinny person whose body is just waiting for that one button, which is consistent training, perhaps the button, and their real potential unleashes itself like a mythical creature. Think of that one kid who just randomly shot up 2 feet in height after 10th grade or in the 9th grade, and until then they were like a tiny box, whatever. Very poor choice of words. And that exactly is what I mean by the internal genetic switch or button. Train consistently and they just blow up. They had the potential within them, but it wasn't the right time, just like that kid in school. Now, second question, is it mechanics that worked in their favor? Someone's limb length, individual best angles while doing stuff, and body type could naturally make the one big dog exercise easier for them and way more effective. For example, most leg presses in commercial gyms feel a bit weird for quads or frontal thighs for most people, but for someone with a structure that fits most machines well, by default, this person's quads could just blow up, while most of us are just struggling since well over 5-10 years, trying to optimize every single thing to get 0.0001 inches per month. Sorry, it was very personal. That's 200% me. Technique. Is that what's working in their favor? Maybe they lucked out by learning the correct execution very early on. For example, a female friend of mine, she found a tight, experienced gym bro, another strong lady, not like a literal bro. In her second week of training, she found this person who taught her that one hip thrust variation in such a way that she found her own best angle by fluke so early into her journey, second week of gymming. And by her best angle, I mean the angle that helped her feel it in the right places, fire up the whole butt, and almost always allowed her to progress in weights very safely, very consistently. She lucked out with that one exercise, and in 6 months, dump truck straight. Didn't take 2 years, huge glutes, lot of strength, everything else is following, but glutes, oof, nice, perfect. And that's before diet and other stuff got better, because it was a newbie, of course. It's same with that one gym bro, who suddenly got huge arms, or like a huge chest, or like a very shapely body overall. Now, volume and frequency, is that what worked in their favor? Is it quantity of work and how much they do it? Maybe they're unknowingly doing more sets, reps per week than most people. 90% of the time, this is the case, in my opinion. You start training and having fun, you see 8 machines for chest and glutes, and you do it all, and you love the environment. Maybe you do it for like months straight. That's exactly what the gym is supposed to be, ideally, in the initial phases. It might not be optimal work, but the quantity is damn high, so they are definitely getting the output out of the quantity of work that's going in, along with the spirit overall. It's not endless, but it's great for the start. So the takeaway overall, every jack person who blew up their XYZ body part, glutes, arms, chest, is big, lucky, or winning, or both at least two of these variables that we discussed, which is genetics and technique, or technique and quantity of work. And you can optimize at least two of them yourself, no matter what you've been given or handed. Lastly, the luck factor. Let's talk about that. Why some people kind of get it instantly. Bro, he's just lucky. Maybe. But let's define what luck actually means in training. If you hit the jackpot on training and mechanics in your first few months, in your first few workouts, you're not wasting months trying to figure shit out and get double the effect. If your setup allows target muscles to work properly from day one, by fluke, you're gaining more per rep for the next 6 months than the guy next to you, who would maybe take 6 months to get the perfect technique and feeling and effect. You've already built stronger tendons, better coordination, and better muscle fiber recruitment in those 6 months when the next person was still struggling. Now, how do you test your own luck factor? Did you instantly feel your chest or any other muscle instantly engaged and giving that amazing 3D open and close sensation in any exercise or machine? Ever? Ask yourself this. Did you naturally pick up an exercise quickly and it felt like butter? It's, hip thrusts and lunges for many people. Last question to ask yourself, have you ever been active before lifting? Now, overall, here's the good news. Even if you weren't lucky in these regards, or in like your experience, you can still fix a lot of these things. Just to wrap it up, I hope I've given you a decently clear idea. Stop playing the comparison game overall. Here's the final reality check. Some people do have better genetics. Some people do have a head start, indeed. Some people will grow way faster than you. And by that I mean sniff the gym faster. But you have 100% control over how smart you train, just like how you choose to watch this and get exposed to quality content and perspective around this topic. So, not sorry to interrupt again, but if you're still blaming genetics instead of fixing your setup, frequency, and execution, all of which is in your hands, and all of which are huge variables, no matter who gave birth to you, genetics, you're just holding yourself back. Control these variables. You can do so, and let me know in the comments if you've ever seen someone grow ridiculously fast, and did you assume it was just genetics before, or did you already know about genetics, luck, timing, falling into the right exercise, just like I said. And yes, cheers.